Something you wouldn't get away with at Lords. This is the Long Hot Cricket Podcast. I'm Dave. He's Owen.
And it's still going. Yeah, that rhymed.
And we're still here. Imagine if you had to live your life by the rules of Lords.
I'd love it.
Pay £10 a meal.
What?
That'd
That's
be nice
not a
for chicken
rule.
and chips.
Wait, hang on.
Wait, if you wanted to buy food out, it would be £10 each time.
This game has changed straight away.
I once bought a glass of Pimm's, a pint of
That's
Pimm's.
a terrible idea.
I never really tasted Pimm's.
Why? How much did that? It was obscene.
Guess. Pint of Pimm's.
Well, I know that I know the price of someone spent just an obscene amount at Wimbledon on Pimm's, but I don't know if it's more expensive.
This was a pint, and I thought Pimm's was using lemonade, but this one used bitter.
Oh God!
You know, I don't drink bitter. Guess.
For a pint.
Yeah.
£12.
£9, maybe. You want to live your life by Lords. Anyway, that's for a different podcast. Today, we will be talking a roundup of a few games from the IPL and the County Championship that have caught our eye. We've got 4 IPL games for you and 3 County Championship games. This is a World Cricket News podcast, if you like.
Yeah, I mean, the IPL, we're going to do ones that we're interested in, either because it's a close score or something interesting happened in the game. But when it comes to the County Championship, Worcester will always be involved.
Yeah, and we will be covering
We will
Worcester
always
today.
cover them, whatever has happened.
Before we rock on through into this brilliant podcast.
Yeah, nice.
How's your day been?
Mate, it's
How's
been
your
all
week
right. Been busy.
How's your life been?
Mate, cracking. How about you?
Yeah, not bad, you know.
It's nice.
It is starting to get... It's so strange because the County Championship has just started.
Yeah.
And this is probably the first day of spring. Or
Saturday.
This weekend was the first day of spring
Saturday
anyway.
was an absolute screamer. And I tell you, mate, I don't know about you, but I can put up with a lot more when the weather is really nice. I care a lot less about stuff. I just don't get bothered anywhere near as much.
Do you think that is actually...
The vitamin D?
Or do you think is it the vitamin D that has a positive...
I think so.
Or is it you like being in the warm or you like being in the sun that releases positive endorphins? Because those two are different things, right?
I think the sun gives you vitamins, which is good for you, which helps you feel better.
And then you have those positive...
And the days are longer. You got a lot more time to do stuff. You don't feel like once you've done one thing, that's it, your day's done.
I'm sure people, before we crack on through, are interested in your... start into the season, your preparations for the upcoming...
I can tell you, we're a very small village cricket team. If you weren't here last summer...
Are you going to go league this year?
No, mate, no.
Because you were toying around with it last year, the idea of...
Yeah, no. Going to concentrate on my golf, mate, on Saturdays. But no one's interested in that.
Certainly not.
Right. But very small cricket team. And this year, we're having problems with it. Members.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not. But we thought, right, this year we're actually going to sort ourselves out, and we did flyers, right?
Nice.
We did flyers. Yeah. I thought cool flyer would be the old World War II, we need you. Your village needs you. That would be pretty cool and whatever. But they didn't do that. They went with some weird thing. I don't know what they went with in the end. So we thought we're going to have nets to invite people to, because people aren't going to just want to turn up to a game, are they? And just play straight away in a game. That's a bit intimidating, especially if you're not very good or haven't played before. So we're going to have nets.
Yeah.
So we've been having nets for the last couple of weeks. As we've had a turnout of 5. Five people. No, just 5 people.
5 out of 11.
Who come to every game anyway. And last week it just resulted in people jumping off the balcony inside the sports hall onto big crash mats.
Think on that.
So that's the preparation of our cricket season.
When's your first game for people who
not
are desperate
this Sunday, the Sunday after?
We should cover it. Right, first IPL game. Thanks for
predictions for the season.
What?
Unbeaten. We'll go unbeaten.
Where do you want to play in that team?
Everywhere.
What role? Because you were
in the best. That's not a role.
It wasn't last season. It was the season before where your batting was.
It was unbelievable.
But then last season
I had one innings. I had one innings. But we'll see, mate. We'll see.
Right then, for all you IPL fans,
the
first game we're going to cover is the Chennai Super Kings versus the Calcutta Knight Riders, where we see the Chennai Super Kings win by the 5 wickets on the 10th of April 2018. A high-scoring game, Owen.
High-scoring game.
205 plays 202.
That's always going to be good. I don't think you have to have a high score, do you? It's just when they're that close.
They just have to be close, don't
you
they?
know it's been a good game.
Water's fallen over.
You know it's been a good game. Now, neither of these teams are ours, are they?
No, I forgot which team is mine.
Well, yours is the one with all the English lads in.
Yeah. Let's have a look through a few of those players and have a look at some big names.
Didn't you pick on Andre Russell for your...
Yeah.
Is he back? Is he
back with a boom as well?
Okay, right.
In the Chennai Super Kings, we have Watto, Suresh Raina, Sam Billings, obviously of England, MS Dhoni, legend in India, Jadeja, Bravo, Harbhajan Singh, and Imran Tahir. A very strong team by the Chennai Super Kings. What do you reckon?
That is a strong team.
Well, Calcutta Knight Riders can boast Lynn and Narayan at the top of the
Chris
order.
Lynn, he's really old, isn't it? Well, he's not really old, but he's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Australian, and he played in the Big Bash last year and just started smashing it all over the place, and he got picked for the Australian 2020 team, even though I think he's like 44 or something.
Oh, okay, right. Well,
that's probably not true, but I think he's pretty old. I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's that fella.
Calcutta Knight Riders can also field Dinesh Karthik, obviously been around a while. Andre Russell back, offers you a bit of everything, doesn't he? A slugger down the back of the end of the order, and
does he come off a ban?
Fast bowler. I think it was a ban, wasn't it? Was it drugs?
I don't know. I don't know what it was for. I don't want to talk about it if I don't know, mate.
The 17th Kumar of the.
Oh yeah, we weren't right about.
Yeah, do you think?
Rashid,
I think there should be. You know how in Hollywood.
I don't actually, mate.
That and actors can't have the same name, so they have to put a J in there, like Michael J. Fox.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
You know.
Well, I think they should make it obvious who it is. Yeah.
Because we got Rashid Khan.
Right. I thought he bowled well.
The number 1 T20 bowler in the world at the moment, mixed up with someone who isn't number 1. And of course, Tom Curran, again an English player. Let's have a look at how this game went down. Chennai Super Kings won the toss and decided to field first, putting in the Calcutta Knight Riders. This is last time I tuned into a game, which was on the weekend, I think. The last 8 of those games, whoever won the toss chose to field first. That really is becoming... We've seen it in international cricket, haven't we?
Everything is you want to be chasing.
It doesn't really matter what's happening on the T20, okay. Unless it's, I don't know, really strong overhead conditions. But that doesn't seem...
Do you think...
Setting a target doesn't seem to be a thing for captains anymore.
Do you think it's that when it comes down to the important last few overs, you just know what you got to do? I'm not sure, unless the score is mahoosive. Yeah. It doesn't change how you start out your batting innings,
the thing is, look at this for a game, 200 plays 200. I think those mahoosive... I think most teams, right, especially IPL level, believe that you set anything, we can chase it on our day.
Yeah, but I don't think they set out differently. Unless it's a massive, massive score, they don't set out any differently chasing or setting.
I think it's pretty much the same.
I think they want to chase. So when it comes down to the very last couple of overs, they know what they've got to do.
So wickets in hand kind of thing. We can
keep
wickets in hand.
And just run rate. You just know what you have to hit. Whereas you're setting, you're just guessing whether you need to go harder or not.
Yeah. Because I don't think the pitch is going to change dramatically or have any change.
Yeah, it doesn't.
In 20
and they get a new ball,
whatever.
But they always get nasty, don't they? 2020, but the white ball in 2020
I wonder what,
gets nasty.
Do they use a kookaburra in
I've got no idea.
I have to find that one out. The state of white balls is terrible these days.
It is bad, isn't it? I also think the pitches in India are worse for the white ball than
drier.
A lot of
do you
places.
think?
It's just dust.
Yeah,
just the dust and the dirt. I think affects the ball way worse there.
Luckily, Steve Smith isn't around.
You scrape it off.
That will never get old. Right, so
someone got some sandpaper out of nets.
Did they?
Yeah, no one found it funny.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's too hard. That's trying too hard. Think of the preparation they put in to do that. Not worth it.
Do you? So I know this is going off point a little bit. As a village cricketer, do you guys have sandpaper in your bags naturally?
No, no one does.
So that was.
I'm considered like, you know, who was the war?
Raul Dravid.
Raul Dravid. He was like the bat doctor. They call him the bat doctor.
Right. Okay. So because
he fixed he could do everything, right? And I'm considered the bat doctor because I have a pair of scissors. No one's got sandpaper.
Well.
Right. So back to the game.
Andre Russell.
So we're talking about the Calcutta Knight Riders innings because they batted first.
And Andre Russell coming down the order. Quite far down the order for Andre Russell.
Strike rate of 244.
88 of 36 balls. 11 sixes. 66 of those 88 runs came through sixes.
He's having a go.
The only way that Calcutta Knight Riders could post I would say even a score above par, if you like, a par score. It's through Russell coming down there and really taking apart the Chennai Super Kings. A fantastic knock by Andre Russell, who you don't normally see that 88 not out by a player that's batting, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, he's a fair way down there.
Number 7, a not out score, 36 balls, 88 runs.
That's
fantastic striking of the ball, isn't it?
It is. That's one of those ones where when he went in, they definitely knew they didn't have enough. Whether you're setting or not. So he knows he's got to go for it.
I want to see this Narayan bat, you know.
I can't believe
12 runs, 4 balls. He's only scored 2 sixes, then got out.
Well,
you can't. He's going. He's 6 or out, isn't he?
He's obviously there as a pinch hitter.
Yeah, of course.
That's got to be like the last pinch hitter at this standard of cricket, isn't it?
Everyone needs to send that Graham Swan.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't. No one does it anymore. Everyone at the top order can properly bat. They might strike it hard or hit it a long way, but they can properly. He must be the only pinch hitter left. Like, just go out there and try and smash
it.
And
it does come off, you know.
Well,
we saw him, he got 50 when we did the first podcast, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, you can't argue with it, can you?
Shane Watson, who we highlighted in the last podcast,
Watto,
thinking, is he going to bowl a lot? He's picked up 2 for 39 off his 4 in this game. Obviously, a handy cricketer,
mate. Yeah,
is he kind of...
His only bad things is fielding, innit? But he's going to be a slip.
What about his pace of bowling? Is that perfect?
It's pretty nerdly, isn't he?
Because it's, you know, you spoke about Mark Wood in the last podcast saying if he gets his line and length wrong, he'll just be able to be manoeuvred down to the boundary with ease because he's bowling so fast.
Yeah, or just nailed.
Do you think... is Watto...
I think Watto can bowl a massive range of pace.
Yes,
which is what you want, isn't it? It's variation, which he could do. He can also bowl sort of cutters and that sort of stuff, which
Dwayne Bravo, who's
the ball isn't going to swing for long, is it?
In this team, can play a similar role. They've got a lot of bowling options there. We saw 7 bowlers in that.
Bravo's been on the expensive side.
Bravo did get smashed towards the end. Obviously, Russell took a liking to his West Indies.
I suppose if you've already seen him, played against him a lot.
But I think Dwayne Bravo and Watson, with that pace and obviously their batting,
they're sneaky players.
They can actually be very effective in white ball cricket. I think Watto's a really good white ball cricketer. But look at the spin: Harbhajan Singh, Jadeja, and Tahir. He's a very, very good.
Why is Harbhajan only getting 2 overs?
Bowling 1, yeah. But then, you know,
Tahir's
got his 26
next level, isn't he?
Off his 4. I think those 3 spinners, not necessarily the best 3 spinners, but they're certainly up there. They're
very good.
That is a trio of spin.
It's a very good bowling attack
it is,
for 2020 team. Very
Obviously,
good
I don't
attack.
know much about the other bowlers who I haven't mentioned. That Thakur or Chirara. Obviously, can't even pronounce them, let alone know anything about them. But what do you think it's like for an Indian-born player who isn't necessarily a starter playing that? I'm not I'd play against with the likes of, in the past it was Shane Warne. Now it's with Shane Warne, Kevin Peterson. Now it's the likes of Andre Russell, Chris Gale. Would have been
Dhoni,
of course,
all these big players. Yeah. Well, that I think, I don't know, but the sell on it originally was that's what they're doing it for, isn't it?
Yeah.
They want young players to come in, play against the best players in the world, or previously the best players in the world, and if they can compete against them, even at 2020, you know you got a player. You know you have a mindset and someone with a bit of bottle, don't you? Which is exactly what they've got, a massive talent pool.
Yeah, certainly. Probably, I think we mentioned in the last podcast, but probably there's more opportunities to go and see bigger names in the IPL than the Big Bash, I think.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would say so. I think it's probably the biggest 2020 franchise, isn't it?
Shall we have a little look at
the chase?
The chase. Chennai Super Kings chase down 202 with a ball to spare.
Nicely done.
Watto makes.
Look at the strike rates.
A rapid 42.
Look at them.
Start of the inning. Do you know what? I wasn't. I think Shane Watson, for some reason, I've got as an Australian, I like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just come to that realisation right now. Yeah.
I think it's because he never seemed like he was in the inside. He was never in the inner circle of the Australian team. And you're like, good.
Do you know someone who I hate now? Michael Clarke.
Oh, really?
He always had this like good boy image.
I like Michael Clarke.
But then
I like his batting. His batting just looks so good.
I was listening to a lot of podcasts. Not very nice, man.
No.
From what I was hearing. Not from him directly, but from
other
players and from other
well, Katic getting around the
journalists. Yeah. Interesting to see MS Dhoni chew up a lot of balls there. 25 off 28. Obviously, MS Dhoni has the ability to change the gears, doesn't he? Unfortunately, he gets out, but Sam Billings comes in and plays a fantastic innings of 56 from 23, scoring almost half those runs through sixes.
I mean that's the game changer, isn't it? Sam Billings coming in and doing that.
I think, traditionally English players haven't particularly done that well at IPL. I think the IPL is kind of made for a Sam Billings-esque player. He has that ability to hit spin and just hit out, if you like. There's no... I don't know, there always seems to be, not a stigma, but there seems to be a chip on the English soul.
Should we try and play properly? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. But Sam Billings, he's probably not necessarily a maverick, but a 360 player.
5 sixes. He's had a go, and
23 balls, I think fantastic. And really, I don't want to say undoes or, helps out the team by lots of starts are made there. But he did really well. The pressure was building. Dhoni was going below, run a ball, gets out. Sam Billings has to kind of push on strong there. And of course, Jadeja and Dane Bravo come down the innings and finish off the job. A team full of all-rounders, if you like. Really is, though, isn't it? With 7 bowlers in the team.
It is. Although, I don't know, if there's any format you can get away with it, that it would work, 2020 is your game.
Yes.
To just pack it with all-rounders.
Jadeja and Bravo, you don't mind them coming in.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Jadeja, he's batting pretty low for 2020, I would say.
Andre Russell, obviously, bowls his 4 overs, no wickets. But Tom Curran, the English boy, gets spanked a little bit. Bowls 3 overs for 39, picking up the 2 wickets. A run rate of 13. Tom, where do you stand on Tom Curran? You are a bit of a fan, aren't you?
I think he has a future in Test cricket for England.
Yeah, in Test cricket.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think if he would say he would have a Test future, I think he certainly has a white ball cricket future. I think he is a white ball player first and then a Test player. I think him and his brother will both see them play white ball cricket together a lot. And I think I would love to see an extra yard of pace on him.
Well, yeah, him along with everyone other fast bowler ever. But
and I'd love to see Narayan come play for England. When did Narayan get in a Test team? Honestly, with the state of the England cricket team at the moment.
Yeah, pick any of the spinners in any of these teams, we'd have them.
Narayan going for just over 4, picks up the 1 wicket of Rayner. But unfortunately, that isn't enough.
The old Chennai Super Kings.
As the Chennai Super Kings.
An impressive win.
Pick up a very good game as well, eh?
Do you think that's more demoralising when you get beaten when you've batted really well?
Yes.
Than if you just have a collapse?
It's got to be. Right, so the second game we've decided to look at, another close one, was on the 14th of April. It was Mumbai Indians versus Delhi Daredevils. 194 plays 195, with Delhi Devils winning by the 7 wickets.
The old Delhi Daredevils. They used to have, who's the Indian opener? Didn't move his feet. Sehwag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the man back in the day.
Mumbai Indians bat first, not through choice, though. And Mumbai Indians are a team that I wouldn't really take for success in this IPL. If you look at their team, it's not... We said this in the last game. Nothing particularly special there. What do you think?
I would tend to agree, but...
So the opener, Lewis, the all-rounder, Pollard in there, got the Pandyas, but...
I'm yet to see something about Pollard.
You're not...
He's been a massive hype
Big
job.
boy as well, right?
Yeah, and he can field, he can catch, he can slog it, he can bowl dobblers, but I haven't seen anything that suggests the hype that guy gets.
Talking about big boys, Owen, I was down a rabbit hole in it on Instagram the other day.
Nice.
Chris Tremlett.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder now.
Yeah, well, he's massive. We saw him.
Yeah, we saw him
huge.
2 years ago. Now, if you were to Google image search Chris Tremlett or go on his Twitter or whatever, Instagram, the man is like not up there with bodybuilder big, you know what I mean? He's
Do you
huge.
think he is using supplements?
Protein bars.
Right. Do you think he is using anything that he might have to microwave before it's given for a test, if you know what I'm saying?
Well, you can make protein pancakes in the microwave, yes. Check him out. You tell
I think he probably...
Tell me what you think. That's a horrible thing to say.
Why? You're allowed to do that in bodybuilding.
No, but what I'm also saying is...
It's not a horrible thing to say.
We looked at him 2 years ago, right? And when he played for England, big lad.
Yeah.
The genetics are there. It's like The Rock. Well,
right.
It's not The Rock's not the greatest example, is it? But...
well, The Rock definitely has unbelievable genetics.
And a few helping hands, I think.
Oh, well, yeah.
A few helping...
Yeah. Yeah, anyone
tricks.
in the WWE does.
We should really talk about...
Why?
IPL cricket.
Tremor.
Lewis makes 48. All the top order get in but get out. Mumbai Indians set 194 for 7. Bolt just come off the tour, comes in, picks up 2 wickets. Now let's move on to the Delhi Devil. The
Delhi Daredevil.
Delhi Daredevils run chase.
Deliver Devil.
They win off the last ball.
You little devil.
Of the game. We've got a new setup here in Long Hop Cricket Podcast Studios. What do you make of it, Owen?
Well,
you like it?
It's not really new, is it?
Normally we use a phone.
You're just using a laptop to put onto your telly.
But we can... Do you remember last time I kept on having to scroll back and forth with scorecards? I've tabbed them all out now. It looks beautiful.
Oh, no. I think that's a very good decision, mate. I'll give you props. It's a good idea. And it does work better. It is easier.
Jason Roy, star of the show for Delhi Daredevils. 91 not out of 53 balls. 6 fours and 6 sixes. 12 boundaries in that innings of strike.
That's a cracking effort, isn't it?
Were you telling me, was somebody touting this as a matured innings?
Yeah, well, Mr. Butcher was saying that proves his maturity.
Mark Butcher just loves anybody from... Is it Surrey?
But, yeah. But they were also saying that they're crediting Roy starting to show this to Ricky Ponting, who played with him at Surrey,
right,
and is now a coach. and they are saying that Ricky Ponting understands him, and that their coach-player relationship is the reason why Jason Roy is going to. Well, they're saying like he's going to get better.
If I was to say to you now, Ricky Ponting, England coach,
I'd be so happy.
But
I'd be so happy.
What about?
I love Ricky Ponting. Every English person seems to hate him. I always loved him. I loved him when he was playing, and I love him now.
So, obviously, Ricky Ponting's doing bits.
He was so good.
So
very good.
Obviously, not as a player anymore. You know, there's been a lot of chat about Australian and how close they get to the line. You know,
with their front foot.
They're talking about gamesmanship and
right.
Was it Lehman used to say we're going to headbutt that line? Well, do you?
That's a weird thing.
He's basically just going to say we're going to like run into it. You know, we're not going to overpass it, but we're going to like be
don't headbutt people
breaking down. Well, Johnny Bairstow found that out.
I still don't know what happened there.
Do you think Ricky Ponting would change the culture of English cricket for the worse? And
no, I'll tell you what, mate, and I don't know if people know this or know anything about it, but England rugby, right? Yeah. Just as an example, we had an English coach for the World Cup in England in 2015, and we didn't get through our group. We just got smashed. It was embarrassing. They hired an Australian coach who was the coach of Japan, the Japanese rugby team, and he has transformed England. Do you know who he made captain?
Who?
The most violent player in the England team, who's been banned for like biting and punching and headbutting. He made him the captain, and it just changed the mindset. So and England, I always said loads of times, it's mindset.
So England are halfway there if they're going to follow that model.
I want Ricky Ponting to be England's coach.
They've got the Aussie and Trevor Bayliss.
Yeah,
they just need to make
he's
Ben
like
Stokes.
He's like a wet towel, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's got the bite.
So
Maxwell doesn't make any runs. Gautam Gambhir, we touted it for a lot of success in the last podcast, but I think
you did.
Yeah, I did. I think it was his first T20 50. His first IPL 50.
I don't know about
that.
I
may have picked that up in I had a weird dream earlier.
I think he must have got one before.
Obviously, Jason Roy does enough there to get Delhi Daredevils over the line to win on the last ball. Pretty impressive
Cracking
stuff.
Game. To be fair, we've had a little bit of a go at the IPL in the past. When you have loads and loads and loads of 2020 games, you are going to get exciting ones. Aren't you?
I think we've had a good IPL so far.
Games going on.
We have had a really good IPL so far. So Delhi Daredevils win with 7 wickets, and we've got a couple more games left in this. We've got another close game, 15th of April, Kings 11 Punjab, which is your team, Owen.
Is it?
Yeah. They win by 4 runs versus the Chennai Super Kings.
Yes.
So, with no surprise.
Is this Watto's team we're going up against? We're featuring Watto's team twice.
Are we really? Well, that's what I think of Watto.
They do play a lot of games, but we also do have to feature my team, don't we?
Well, I would love to feature my team. I can't remember who they were. Kings 11 Punjab. Probably.
I didn't know I had Finch in my team as well.
Yeah, that's what you chosen because you thought Finch and Gale could open together.
What a team! Why is Finch all the way down there?
Why is Raul Dravid opening? It's not really.
Oh. My face just dropped.
What a lineup. Raul,
just a beastly
Gale,
team.
You got Yuvraj in there. You got Finch, Nair, Ashwin, Ty.
It's a
lots of internationals.
It's a monster of a team.
And Chris Gale.
I would say unbeatable.
Well, I think they. We'll have a look at.
When we did the last one, they won.
We'll have a look at the table after.
They're smashing it.
Big names in there. Chris Gale, 63.
Boof.
Yuvraj, a player I hate with a passion.
What? Because he's on my team.
No. Don't you remember the Indian podcast I used to? I was just like, can't bear Kohli, can't bear Yuvraj.
I don't know. I thought you used to love Yuvraj Singh.
No, Harbhajan Singh. Yuvraj Singh is the guy who hit Stuart
I'm
Broad
more
for
the other way.
Sixes.
Yeah.
You hit Stuart Broad for 6 sixes, I got no respect for him.
It's probably because he was just leaning on the back foot, hooking it, because he knew it was going to be short. Right. That's an unbelievable team. And Chris Gale has had a cracking innings there.
Obviously, it's nice to look back at the team we've just talked about. Bravo and Watson again do a job. Bravo
a little less expensive this time.
But both bowling fairly well. Tahir, again, bowling well. Obviously,
Tahir, I don't know how much he went for, but he has got to be a pricey player. Everyone surely wants to get him in the IPL or a 2020.
Well, he was
franchise.
He was the T20 best bowler, but obviously now Rashid Khan has taken that spot. They did have another spinner, but doesn't seem to have bowled this game. Harbhajan, Tahir. Who was the other spinner? Can you remember?
Harbhajan going for a bit.
But you know,
the Indian batsman was it bowls skiddy like round arm bowling.
Jadeja.
Yeah,
he doesn't bowl today. Maybe is he in the team? No.
That would be why.
Oh, he is in the team.
Oh yeah, there you go. They just decide not to bowl him.
That's what happens when you can bowl 7 players. You don't need to bowl.
Yeah,
them all.
exactly.
Chennai Super Kings unfortunately fall 4 runs short. With Dhoni,
MS giving it a go.
Really, I
giving it a go.
Watched the back end of it. No, I listened to it on radio.
Ashwin, the man, run out. That's the game changer right there.
Is that the game changer?
That's the game changer. Raidu, is that?
Maybe that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. That's a right tune.
Moonstone.
Billings obviously can't. Billings elevated before Dhoni, but Dhoni showing everyone he's still the old pro. 79 off 44. Can't quite get them over the line, but hits a 6 off the last ball.
Yeah, it wasn't enough though, was it?
He needed to hit 10 off the last ball. Really,
well, there you go. So not enough.
Dhoni 79 off 44 with 6 fours and 5 sixes. Still a phenomenal white ball player.
He is.
Best ever white ball player?
I feel that's... You can't just put that on someone. You can't just put that on me and expect me to give you an answer.
It's like Kumar Sangakkara, obviously.
Well...
You just nodded your head.
Ponting?
You're obsessed. Chennai Super Kings just falling short there. Shame, really, because
Kings 11 Punjab are going to win it. There's no shame in just losing to the champions.
Are you a Dhoni fan? I think I am, actually. Do you know what? I'm actually starting. I think maybe because England aren't playing India, I'm actually starting to like quite a lot of them. Not Kohli, definitely not Kohli.
I don't know. I'm not. He doesn't have. Now, there's going to be complaints, but he doesn't have like anything that I. Like, he doesn't seem to have any charisma about him. He seems very... You want a lighter?
Did you have anything on your phone about that game?
Well, yeah, but mine...
I don't look at the screen. I've just switched it off.
Brilliant. But I've never really liked MS Dhoni, but I've never disliked him.
What bat does he use now? Does he still use that Reebok one? RBK, that was a nice bat. Anyway, should we leave that game there unless you've got anything on your phone that you pulled up?
They were just buzzing about Chris Gale and MS Dhoni, lighting it up, but Chris Gale got the better of him, which I don't think's true. I think MS Dhoni definitely had the better innings, didn't he? So,
and I think to finish off our IPL coverage, which we've obviously hope you enjoy, we'll talk about today's game. Calcutta Knight Riders, a.k.a. who I like to call the motorcyclists of IPL. That sounds like a motorbike gang.
What does?
Night ride? Let's go for a night ride on our bikes.
Right, okay, I get you.
Smashed the Delhi Daredevils by 71 runs, with Rana making runs, Russell continuing to make runs.
The Rustler. The Russell.
Maxwell puts up a fight, but it's not enough. As Narain, who seems to be a bit of a superstar at the moment, with his bowling especially, keeps it tight, doesn't he? There, 18
when
for
you can
3,
just
3 overs.
Like bend that elbow.
Tom Curran
can really just throw him down there.
Tom Curran getting spanked as per usual, but hey ho, the IPL is not made for the English boys, is it?
You can't change your tune in one podcast.
Right, let's have a look at not what this is.
We're gonna move on to the old county championship. It's got going now, isn't it?
Just before that, I thought we would have a look at the old table Rooney of.
Yeah, we have to. What? Third.
Who are my team?
What?
Who are the English players?
I think Mumbai Indians is the team you've gone for.
No, it's not. It's got Ben Stokes in there.
Look.
I want to Google it.
Look. I think it's Mumbai Indians.
Who's the first team though in SRH?
Those are the Sunrisers.
They're
Hyderabad.
I haven't lost the game yet. 3 out of 3. And where's your team coming in there? Owen?
Third.
And who's your team?
My team are the Punjab 11. Oh no, Kings 11 Punjab. Sorry. I think your team, the Mumbai Indians. They haven't got a point.
Shut up.
They're at the bottom.
Am I not the Rajasthan Royals or am I the RCB? I think I'm the Royal Challengers Bangalore, aren't I?
I don't know, mate. You should know your own team. I know mine. You just don't even know your own team. Embarrassing.
No, that's not me, but that's that super house.
Seriously, check the bottom team. Seriously, you picked all the England boys. Check the bottom one.
Let me just find out who I am.
I think you might be the bottom team.
Stop it.
I think Ben Stokes is pants. I think there's panic here on his face.
Well,
he's so desperate. He's hoping he's not the bottom team.
I tell you what,
but you've got no idea.
This new setup,
it's getting you confused, isn't it?
Look at that. It doesn't.
You've put so much. It's like this is just greed coming back to bite you for buying such a big television. That's what this is.
I think Rajasthan Royals. Am I Rajasthan Royals? Yes, the Rajasthan Royals.
You are. Where are they?
Well, let's have a look.
They're not above. They're not above me. They're not above me in the table. So that's.
Sorry. Let's just.
I feel like this is better than doing one of those like teams where you pick all the players and stuff. Just picking a team.
Yeah.
Because it's much easier.
So Rajasthan Royals 5th place at the moment with 2 wins and 1 loss. So
we are killing you.
Is that right?
We are killing you.
Rajasthan Royals.
3 matches.
I'm just pleased I didn't choose the
loss.
Mumbai Indians. You know.
Huh?
I'm just pleased I didn't choose the Mumbai Indians or the Delhi Daredevils. Rajasthan Royals got all to play for.
You're never going to catch.
How many points have you got? You've got 4
You're
points.
You're never going to catch us.
You're beating me on run rate.
You're never going to catch us.
Right, that's enough of the IPL cricket, I reckon. Tune back in probably at some point next week where we'll do another little roundup.
Can I get a shirt? I want to get a shirt. Well, there's no point, is there?
I only get Stokesy Wokes in the back of mine. Stokes and Butler.
I tell you what, when we do the money ball, I want to do a money ball with them.
Yeah.
Can we do it? Can that game do it?
Yeah.
Does it do IPL?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I'd love that.
Right then.
I'd have to keep it to all the players that are already in there, though.
Let's start off our county championship roundup in Division 2 with 2 greats.
Nice.
2 big teams. Sussex, when I was a 16-year-old, Sussex would come to Worcester, smash us with Mushy. Graham Swan said he was sponsored by Adidas. He had 3 stripes on his beard. He would come in, and Worcester's pitch is a drop-in pitch, generally, isn't it, because of the bad weather. And
I think they do very well.
Yeah, they do. But it's a pitch that can misbehave somewhat. And
it spends most of its time underwater. It's underwater right now.
Mushy, who I just wish played for England, used to just come and destroy Worcester. Anyway, the match is drawn, but I wanted to have a little look at Warwickshire's team. Of course, they've got 2 greats of the game, haven't they? In Belly and Trott. Belly bats 3, Trott 4.
It's nice, isn't it? Trotty batting at 4. He used to bat I think he used to bat lower than that before he played for England, though.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think he was like a proper middle order batsman before he got the call up for England in 2009.
Another English player in there, Ambrose, making 81. So the 2 ex-English boys. We're still recording, even though the dog's just almost taken off.
I had a great effort at trying to pull the leads out. Didn't quite.
Because I've got Whatsits in my hand. That's ruined everything.
You can't eat in a podcast.
Whatsits, right?
You can't.
I'm holding the mic now with you can.
You can't listen. It's amateur hour. If you're eating, he's still doing it as well, complaining about the dog coming over because you got Watts in your hand. and then you're eating into the microphone. You're eating
the good thing about a what's it, right?
You're just dissolving them.
Melts.
Yeah, but that's a waste of a what's it. I want to be biting them. I want to be crunching them. What's your favourite crisp?
Oh, I like a Pringle, but
Pringles are so good.
I don't know. Is Pringle the only tin that can't be recycled?
Can't be recycled?
Yeah, because of the top of it.
Don't know, mate.
What
if you take the top off?
Extra work for somebody, eh? Favourite crisp?
Pringles are good.
I like an M&M.
Doritos are good.
Yeah.
I love Doritos. I could eat a lot.
Which flavour, though? I can't
Chili
like all
Heat
of them.
Wave.
Yeah, but then they start going round here, don't they?
That's true. It's a very good
And
shout.
I'm pointing to both corners of my...
What about a tangy cheese? I don't get the point of.
Stick some dip with that. And I'm
the dip, you can have whatever flavour you like, can't you? What dip are you? You got to go for the hottest dip you can find.
I like to mix it up a little bit. I like a little bit of guacamole.
I'll tell you what I do like
sour
is
cream.
the sour cream. Yeah, you're right. So I
like,
just told a lie to everybody there. I apologise.
Tomato salsa.
Mm.
Do you know what I love for anybody who's been to an Indian restaurant in England, especially, is the dips they give with poppadoms.
Yeah, so good.
Mango chutney.
Maybe the best bit of the meal. Maybe the best bit of the meal. The very finely cut onions.
Oh.
You got mango chutney.
Oh.
You got some sort of yogurty delightfulness that no one understands how it's made or how they make it, but it's incredible. And then there's always a risky hot one that no one really wants to have a go at, but you end up. But I'm a hard
bloke, so I do. Favourite takeaway?
Favourite takeaway?
Or your favourite fast food?
Can you beat those are two different questions.
Well, let's put them into one.
I'll tell you what, mate.
Can you beat a Mackey's?
I think we live in a very poor area for takeaways and fast food.
Really?
Yeah, there's no Burger Kings. I'm a massive fan of a Burger King. I love Burger King.
It's not the worst.
That's such a lie. KFC is the worst.
No, Burger King.
Easily, KFC is the worst.
It's like going to Lord's, right? Even though the food is better at Lord's. £9 a burger in Lord's. Burger King's the same, and it's just like this sad, pathetic mess when it comes out.
Listen, KFC, unless you know the menu inside out, you just don't get a proper meal. You never get what you want. You just want to order a meal. And they just like, oh, do you want a tower? Like, no, yeah. Like, well, you didn't say a large tower with super sides. That means you just get the bun. Like, it's so annoying.
So go on. Is Burger King your favourite? This is a side note, but it breaks up the podcast beautifully.
I don't know. What do you have? You're going to go McDonald's.
McDonald's number one,
right? Very
right?
boring. But it is very good. So
bottom, I'm going to probably... It's a British person, am I allowed to say this, but fish and chips.
Oh, okay.
Always a disappointment.
I kind of like it.
Kebab and chips kind of the same.
I do kind of like it, but I'm never excited about it. It's if I'm hungry and there's no other option. But I'm never excited to go. Like McDonald's or so, that's a treat. I'm excited for that. Yeah. Whereas fish and chips is right there. I'm really hungry right now. And I'm just going to get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Championship time, Division 2. I thought we'd have a look at this game, not because it was particularly interesting, but because there were two big clubs that are in Division 2. Obviously, the match is drawn. I don't want to... I've got two computers set up here. I'm using the wrong mouse.
Belly doing all right. He usually does all right, though. I watched him back at Worcester when he looked...
Is
a
Ian
different
Bell
level to the rest of the players he was playing with.
One of the most beautiful batsmen you can ever watch.
No. He does look very good. He's always had a bit of a problem with proper quick bowlers bowling short at him.
Yep.
I don't think he's very good off the bat foot. Once he gets in, and if you're bowling half volleys to him, then it's good night, Vienna. He bats so well. And once he gets confident, he bats very well against the spinners as well.
What I thought we'd look at is Sussex making 374 all out in reply to Warwickshire's 299, but originally being 174.
Mate, that is what
194
you call
for 7.
A tail wagging.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, they got Sharma down there who's making 22. Luke Wright is in that team, makes a golden quacker. But Luke Wright, honestly,
He's like one of your favourite players, isn't he?
I'll tell you what, that when I was younger...
I used to love watching him bowl. Just everything's a rush.
There is...
His running looked hilarious.
My dad took a photograph at New Road of Luke Wright taking a wicket, and
I've seen it.
You've seen it.
Very good picture.
And the stump is in rotation.
Yeah.
Luke Wright signed it, looked down at the paper, and was like, "It's a good wicket." Eh? I was like, "Do you know what, Wrighty? You were underrated."
For that very nice picture, you're now my favourite player.
In reply, neither Bell or Trott can make any runs, but I'm going to tout Warwickshire as a team that can go back.
You're going back up, bounce back.
They will be the team that bounce back from Division 2. Sussex, I think, can be there and thereabouts, but I think Warwickshire just have that class. They've brought in a bit of youth, but they've still got.
Is that
really
Rhodes
nice
very
balance.
young?
I don't know. I can't say I know a lot about this Rhodes lad.
Because if he's very young, I think I might have played against him.
There's a Rhodes that plays for Worcester as well.
Ah, right. It might be him then.
But it's like, do you remember when? Well, the Allies, isn't it? Kabir. Oh, Kabir. The Worcester guy.
Keep going, mate.
Moeen. Maybe it's a family full of cricketers.
Could be.
Not the most interesting game, like I said, but Warwickshire to go back up. Mark my words. Put a bet on it. Why not?
Don't.
Now, something close to our hearts. Worcestershire recently promoted to the mighty Division 1.
Big boys.
Looking to do what Essex did last year. Essex did the...
Just going straight up or Leicester.
Yeah,
although
doing Leicester.
Not quite.
But
because Leicester avoided relegation, then won it. But
So,
yeah,
Worcestershire,
everyone knows what we're talking
Worcestershire on for the stuff of dreams. I thought they started fairly well.
Oh,
But Worcestershire
yeah.
lose
Just
by
saw the result.
196 runs.
Not great.
How do you see Worcestershire?
That's a big loss.
With Worcestershire being promoted, where can Worcestershire beat the drop this year?
Yes.
I think it's going to be tough.
Will they beat the drop? No.
I think Worcestershire may be one of the teams that
all of Worcester's sports teams are they bounce.
Yeah, they're the yo-yos.
All of them.
Rugby,
they bounce.
football,
and massively as well. Like they'll go down, smash it, come back up, get absolutely hammered for a whole season, and get relegated again. They just do that over and over and over again.
But I'm hoping, right? England say no more Moeen Ali,
right? And go back. Yeah,
Worcester.
Yeah.
We can see him outside Greg's like we used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paints a picture of that. He used to just literally be out, not eating Greg's, but just walking around.
He was eating Greg's.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well,
vegetable pasty and that.
Vegetable pasty.
Mate,
from Greg's is nice.
I like Greg's is underrated.
And cheap. So
dirt cheap and tastes really good.
I would rather go to a Greg's than like a chicken and chips place any day of the week.
Chicken and chips places, those are the worst for me.
They're nasty, aren't they?
They're so bad.
They're
nasty.
Like,
there's no chain. KFC's the only chain, and they're all individual ones, and you see one in every town. And
they are here.
Nasty.
When I lived in London, they were. If anybody is from London or been to the suburbs, there's one on every street corner.
Do you remember you went to one? It used to be a pizza place.
Yeah.
And you got chicken from it. And it's a laundry now. Laundrette up there.
Right.
Do you remember it? And you said you got chicken from there.
What did I say?
You were like, it's the illest I've ever been. Do you remember?
No.
You said you and your friend got chicken from it, and you said it just made you so terribly ill. It was like called Rainbow Pizza or something. Oh. Do you remember it? Opposite the fish and chips place.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
By the supermarket.
It's now turned into a laundrette.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never liked those little chicken places. I always think that it's just going to be nasty chicken.
The thing is, though, there's some times in life where you want
some nasty food.
Like, go to a Chinese takeaway, filthy. Go to a Chinese restaurant, a proper Chinese restaurant, nice. But sometimes you just want that filth.
I love Indian takeaway.
You just want that greasy, dirty, kind of stodgy rice, which isn't necessarily what is traditionally Chinese food, but
well,
it's the Western or the English take on it, and sometimes you just want that fatty kind of soaking up in kind of grease kind of thing you want. Nothing against Chinese takeaways, though.
Pizza's good, isn't it?
I think it's time.
Pizza's really good.
For Hampshire's first innings.
Yeah.
James Vince makes 75 with Worcester's new signing, McGoffin.
Can he not make 100? Does he just not do it?
Yeah.
Does he just think, nah?
But look at that for 3, 4 and 5. Vince at 3. North East, who's touted for a big success in the county championship.
Relative of Kanye.
Kanye's daughter. Very good. Hashim Amla. And you've got Dawson, obviously, the all-rounder. Kyle Abbott. Hampshire are a very good team. I'm not going to say that they are going to win the county championship, but they'll be there and thereabouts.
They can't if Worcester do, can they?
I think Worcestershire, just let's worry about beating the drop.
Okay, all right.
But McGoffin, I think, picked up his 600th wicket. Leach looks like your dad.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
You don't know that.
We watched the highlights, though, and he looked like
doesn't. He doesn't. Doesn't look anything like him. For anyone who's watching or researches it for some weird reason, doesn't look anything like him. So don't take anything from that.
Hampshire make 290 all out. Worcester brought them back from being 110 for 1 to 240 for 9. That last wicket, another tail wags. That last wicket partnership with Burge making 75 not out really strengthened Hampshire's position in the game. Pushed on to 290 all out.
290 all out.
Worcester did well to bring them back, but 290 all out on the first couple of days of the county championship is a good score in these horrible conditions. Because if you're not English or if you
Worcester are gonna be feeling that.
It's gonna swing round corners this early on in the year, isn't it? That's if you even get out to play. Worcester should come out and make 211 all out.
Which isn't putting you out of the game, is it? You're in trouble. You're in trouble, but you haven't lost. You haven't lost.
You need to bowl well in the second innings.
You have a job to win it, aren't you, from there? But you can still prevent a loss. So it's a little bit of a reply, if not a great one.
We see Joe Clark in Worcester colours, like always. Joe Clark is another young player, 21, 22, who's touted for great success.
Is that Travis Head?
Travis Head plays for Worcester, in the early few weeks of this county championship.
There you go.
Only can make 9. Clark can only make 20.
That's a bit of a scratchy scorecard, isn't it?
Yeah, with Cox and Barnard down the back end of the innings making the runs. Cox, very good batsman, wicketkeeper, I think. Like you're right, you are right. You're not out of this game, but I just have a look at this Hampshire bowling lineup, and you've got Kyle Abbott, obviously, famously the South African who pulled out mid-series to say, I don't want to be part of South African cricket. I'm going to go and play county cricket in England.
There you go.
Very tall bowler, very good bowler. Fidel Edwards, blast from the past. Picks up 2 wickets.
That is a good bowling lineup.
Kyle Abbott, 3 wickets. You've, of course, got Dawson, bowls his spin, picked up the 1 wicket. Whelan Berg, picked up 2 wickets apiece. But Abbott and Edwards as your opening bowlers.
Yeah, that's vicious.
That could get you up there to win that championship.
That's vicious.
Kyle Abbott, who comes over as a coal pot player, so obviously Hampshire can continue to have overseas players like Hashim Amla while having Kyle Abbott. It's a very, very good. It's a very good bowling attack. The
but
Hampshire
that opening
team
partnership is very good.
A good team. I think they've got a lot of players who can. They talk about in cricket where if someone doesn't stand up, then it goes to somebody else, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Now I think Hampshire have those players that can. They've got the likes of Adams opens the batting, Vince, North East, Amla. Down the innings, you've got Dawson with the ball, Edwards, Abbott. These guys on their day, and they'll all have them in this county championship, can be really, really impactful players.
Yeah, they do well in their second innings as well to just stamp out any hope that Worcester could possibly get back into it.
Yeah, I think they set, was it like 3.
Too much. They set too much.
So what's that?
Worcester are never going to get Chaser down. It just completely sapped Worcester of any sort of belief that they could get back into the game.
Can a team, could any team on that kind of wicket or in these kind of conditions chase down 330? It's a very hard.
They could, but it would. I tell you, if they did, it would probably not. It would be one of the most underrated things, if you see what I'm saying, because that's going to be so difficult to do. But 330 runs isn't enough to be remembered as chasing, even though the conditions are going to be difficult.
And Worcester pitifully bowled out for 127.
D'Oliveira, back-to-back ones.
Travis Head making 45 not out, obviously not backed up enough by his teammates, and we see Kyle Abbott and Phil Edwards are running through a pretty sorry Worcester team. What Hampshire potentially? I think I want to go Hampshire to finish second. Worcester to not.
Worcester to not get
now
relegated.
We're going to move on to Lancashire versus Nottingham. This is a great game. A game that twists and turns throughout.
I'm excited.
I was keeping tabs on this. I've got into the county championship. I know
it's not the Onion Man, is it?
Who's the Onion Man?
Oh my lord, it is Graham, the man himself. A very dangerous bowler.
We'll have a look at teams because these two,
very, very dangerous bowler.
These two have got pretty interesting teams. Before moving away from Worcester completely, you going to try and go down and watch a bit of cricket this year?
I would love to, mate. I would love to. The weather has been horrific recently, but I would love to. Yeah.
Right.
I would like to see Lancashire.
Lancashire's team.
From Lancashire, aren't I?
Yeah, you are, aren't you? Weren't you born next door to Freddie Flintoff?
I was.
All the same up north, eh? Keaton Jennings, Hasid Hamid. 2 England hopefuls. Both opening the batting.
One more than the other.
Interesting to have them together, eh? Because that could technically... You know how our opening batsmen aren't... Both of them are going through a bit of a tough time.
No, they're not.
Could you just do a double swap?
No. What? No.
Though in the future, this could quite literally be England's opening.
It won't.
No?
No.
Liam Livingstone, also another player who... Was the only player in the Lions tour to West Indies who had any success?
I wouldn't mind having Lancashire's number 5.
Big Shiv.
Shiv Naran Chandapal. Does he still wear the American football things under his eyes?
If he does for county cricket. Well, when we go down and see Lancashire...
Surely not in England.
We'll have a look.
Because it's meant to help with the sun reflecting in your eyes. You didn't need that here.
Graham Onions.
The Onion.
Another England
He is such
English
a good
player.
Bowler. English conditions, nibbling.
Yeah, he's a player.
He's perfect.
If he can keep fit, he's a vital player for that team. Lancashire look like they've got a good team there to me.
Yes, very.
You'll see Jimmy Anderson come back in and out of that team.
Yeah.
And Freddie Flintoff when he fancies it. Let's look at Nottinghamshire because they've actually brought in a big signing of Ross Taylor.
That is a big signing.
You've got Mulaney.
That team doesn't look like it can compete, though, does it?
Mulaney and Nash.
I mean, to win it.
No, you're right. Lancashire look like they've met. If those players can click, that top 5, that's a strong top 5.
Shout.
Samit Patel, one of my favourite players in county championships.
Why?
Ricky Vessels, who's been around for forever and a day. Jake Ball, hoping to bring himself back into the English team. And I've heard a lot about this Harry Gurney. So let's go through to this game where, like I've already said, plenty of twists and turns. Lancashire, 153 all out. Now, we need to be on, especially looking at the Lancashire team, on England watch, don't we?
Yes.
Jennings, no. Hamid, no.
Not much going on here.
First innings, not particularly great for those English boys.
And it's not a great innings for Lancashire, is it?
158 all out. With Ball on the opening day taking a fifer.
Nice, good work, the Ballster.
Can Ball, or do you think Ball, who is horses of course, is probably a very good player.
He's got to be near front of the queue, knocking on the door. If you're taking fifers, it can't hurt, can it?
Certainly can't. No. Let's move on to that Notts first innings, where again it's an innings full of starts.
Yeah, well, I think all of these scorecards reflect very difficult conditions, don't they?
Yeah.
All of them.
They do, yeah.
It's just going to be very hard to bat.
But Notts come out with a 60-run lead.
Yeah, 222 all out. Bit scratchy again, but getting a little bit of a.
And with a 60-run lead in conditions like we've had,
yeah,
that is almost double, isn't it?
That's a good chunk. That's 3 wickets.
In Lancashire's second innings, Jennings and Hamid
put something together.
Do you think, for the likes of Jennings, Hamid, maybe North East or Clark to an extent, Moeen Ali, Livingston,
the fringe players,
these players who have been talked about a lot.
Not fringe, is he? But yeah,
well, he's fallen out, if you like.
Right.
Maybe come
one
back
game.
That Yorkshire lad that no one likes. I can never remember his name.
Balance.
Yeah, Balance. If they rack up 200s before the first test, there's a lot of creaking doubts in that English team, in that England team at the moment.
I don't think there's an opening spot.
No, I think all of the players have done enough to. Even Vince has done enough to say, I should be in and around that England team.
Yes.
From the winter we've just had, right? Because of that last test match. But what I'm saying is, if those early test matches against Pakistan don't go well, and if there's players in the county championship like a Hamid, like a Liam Livingston, or a Joe Clark, who have made back-to-back hundreds, surely this has probably been one of the best opportunities. I think there's 3 spots that aren't nailed down. I'm not counting Alistair Cook in that either. But all those 3 spots probably should be retained. If not, there'd be a discussion about Stokes and Vince, where they're going to play, kind of thing. But you got to think, if you're a young English batsman, you got a chance here.
Yeah, I don't want to see Hamid coming in if he's not opening.
No, fair enough. Lancashire, who were originally 49 without loss, capitulate 73 all out.
Ouch.
With that man again, Ball, this time picks up 4.
Just running through him.
Gurney, 6 for.
Economy of 2. You know you've bowled pretty well there.
I'd love to see Samit Patel play for England.
I don't think it's going to happen now.
And Nottingham.
And then Nottingham thinking, oh, hello, boys. We got a chance here. And then like,
but knock off 10. Just about do it. 4 wickets lost, eh?
1-4. Naught,
many picking up 3.
Holy smokes.
Do you see...
That is a good effort at messing it up.
I think Nottingham are probably one of the teams that I think personally... no Alex Hales this year, obviously. Might be scrapping it out with Worcester at the bottom of that.
Worcester aren't in the bottom, mate.
They're not? We've got enough to get above.
Solid mid-table for Worcester.
And just to finish with, we haven't got a game, but there was Yorkshire versus Essex. Obviously, Yorkshire won the title back-to-back. Not last season, not the season before, but they won those 2 seasons back then. Back-to-back. Essex won last. 2 greats.
Shame they don't get to play at all.
Match abandoned without a ball being bowled. Lots of chat about whether Yorkshire drainage system works.
I can't help you there, mate.
We've had...
They got to get that sorted if it doesn't, though.
I think they're saying it does, but if you're not an English fan and if you're not English or live in England, you've got to remember that we haven't really had a spring yet. The spring's about to start now.
Yeah,
it's very early on in the year to get cricket. We have so much cricket to deal with. We have to have it this early in the year. But you look outside, especially recently, the last.
Well, this week's meant to start getting nicer.
Yeah,
so
hopefully we'll have more cricket. Anyway, if you have liked this episode, make sure you drop us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell because apparently you won't. It's not enough just to subscribe anymore.
It's a little bit of a different one this episode, isn't it?
Have you enjoyed it?
It's been a little bit different. I mean, we did talk about food, which is bizarre.
Nice though.
But
I finished all my Watsits.
We sort of did a little bit different. Bit IPL, bit of. I don't think we've ever done an IPL and county podcast ever.
Well, apart from the last, we've never done county championship. Have we?
Yeah.
But we're podcasts for the people.
There you go, mate. There you go.
If you've enjoyed this, do all the good stuff. Tell a friend.
Give us some comments as well, a bit of feedback.
Yeah, we'd love to read your comments. We got a few on the last one. Maybe we'll go through that on our next podcast. Join us on Sunday where we will be having a rainy day podcast. And we shall speak to you then.
There you go, mate.
Thank you. Yeah. Good night.
All I can say is I hope you enjoyed it, because if you haven't, then it defeats the object of doing it, really, doesn't it?